I feel right now.
The headphone users?
Oh yeah, sorry guys. I just wanted to express my deep, uncontrollable confliction at this current moment. With that last cliffhanger we had, because um,
I'm sure.
but first I should say welcome to the show. All happy for you to be here. But just to reiterate, you know, just yeah, so last session we had a epic thing happen. We did,
Would you like me
can't
to send you the
yes.
synopsis?
Is there? Oh, you can synopsis yourself, but like we're gonna that didn't mean to be an insult. Anyway, yeah, go synopsis yourself.
All right. Well, welcome. We play
Yeah.
Drunkens and Drankens tonight. So
not
enjoy.
Oh, Michael, ironically.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. Yeah.
All right.
Drinking from a beer stein, but it's tea. Just plain
Yeah, I know it
I
is
know.
tea, and I mean, actually, that looks like beer, so I'm not gonna show it. But it is tea.
All right. So, with that, the party spent the night at the castle, waking to various kinds of business the next day. Various kinds of business. August and Lucian were requested to share their experience about the Baron as a way of fortifying the Queen's war efforts. After August panicked and left, Lucian took center stage, so to speak, generally addressing the horrors that the Baron committed in their youth. With Meredith being the first to leave, she immediately saw August in the midst of a panic attack. Though Meredith is far from gentle, they did tend to August by being present and obscuring her from the others. It was after some infighting with some coven talk that Meredith herself had a rather spicy moment with the Queen, charming her into a deal and possibly confusing her sexually. August, meanwhile, retreated and later spent some time with Dorian, which was less than comfortable, but maybe a step towards connecting a bit better in the near future. Lucian had a brief conversation with Elenara, which went from formal to casual to taunting to biting.
Why'd you say it that way?
And the biting was where we left off, as the princess, heir to Camelot, gazes at your eyes with a mixture of emotion, finger on her newly acquired fangs. Lucian? What the fuck? She holds out her arm and grabs yours, and you can feel her like clenching your arm, and you can feel her body shudder, and you know she is about to go on a blood rampage if you guys don't do something soon.
It's my blood work? I don't remember. Yeah. I think it does, because that's how the ritual works, right? So, I'm gonna put my arm to her mouth quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
She bites,
Ow.
and the sensation kind of like strikes through your arm. How much health do you have?
She doesn't have magical biting, does she?
No.
Oh, thank goodness. I'll be alright then. Maybe. Well... Didn't I heal 12 points when I bit her last time? That
Yeah, I
seems to be
think
the
so.
rumor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I'm fine.
Okay.
She's not gonna hurt me.
This is, well, but, like, how much health do you have? Because she's, like, this is more so about how long she's gonna drain you.
I've got 20 hit points, and she'll do it at half damage, so...
Okay, well, she's gonna drain until she feels better. So unless you stop her. So kind of the first round goes by. That's gonna be half of that is 3. And if you recall, you are in this state kind of until you get out of like a quarter health. Because vampires have that, their health is directly related to their hunger.
It was 14 hit points that I healed when I bit her.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We'll just say she takes you to about half your health eventually, to where you've basically split your health in half, unless you stop her.
So I'm at 22 and I get half. So her draining me, getting her. How much health does she have?
Her total hit points are 50.
Okay, yeah, we'll be fine. So she can get up to 25, I think. No, she can't. She can get a little less than 25.
Okay, we'll say she gets to 20. Which at that point she's woozy and like there is, I mean, like even you are kind of remarking at how clean the bite is. Like she has lapped up every bit of blood and not like, yeah, like nothing has gone to waste. And she releases a little bit of blood kind of left on the teeth, and she kind of like takes her tongue, licks the teeth clean a bit. Shit.
I didn't know that was possible.
She kind of just like, you know, she's not full health. She's kind of woozy from the spar. Goes over to a bench and just kind of sits down and stares in shock.
Meredith, I need blood. Coven.
Meredith kind of. What? What are you talking?
I need blood.
So you want me to kill someone? What?
I'd either come here or find me blood. I can't ask Dorian. He's gonna collapse as it is.
I can hear you.
I know, and I'm ignoring you.
You're not having mine. Oh, Meredith will. Oh boy, this is.
All right.
In her head, you hear, why the fuck did he put me into this?
Here's a weird question, Cal.
Mm-hmm.
Can I summon a familiar and drink it?
Technically, a familiar cannot actually. Well, it can be a beast, can't it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is an interesting loophole.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes. Yeah, I'll say yes. I'll say allow it. I'll allow it.
Okay.
Because it can be a beast, and it still has blood. And like, yeah. I mean, like there are creatures that that heal off of the damage that they deal to things, and that those rules would still pertain to like a familiar. So
right.
yeah. I'll let you do it.
Okay.
I think something will happen. I think something will be very interesting.
That doesn't sound good.
I think there's an interesting.
Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to
this.
check. I just want to check. It does take an hour to summon a familiar, so it doesn't matter.
10 minutes. It should only take 10 minutes unless you.
Nope. Casting time is an hour.
Really? Okay.
Yep. Which is interesting.
Oh.
Even though it is a ritual spell, it still says casting time is 1 hour.
So yeah, it's a full ritual.
Ritual.
I mean, if you want to.
I'm not gonna sit here an hour on a bench just to get a 1 HP rabbit.
You might get a 5 HP bird.
Birds are cool. They have less blood though, because they're not mammals.
Meredith does make her way to wherever she senses since Lucian.
Yeah.
You make your way through the hallways. Are you doing so stealthily? Or is there an urgency to your step? Are you trying to avoid people? Tell me.
She is moving with a bit of a haste, like not like she's running per se, but like she has a direction. Business walking.
Business walking. You know what? I want you to make a check.
Okay.
Your choice, depending on how you want to operate this. I assume you want to go without being bothered. So if you want to make it like a performance check, of like, oh, I'm busy, but it's something that's really boring and you shouldn't have to worry about it, or like intimidation, I'm busy and get out of my fucking way.
Intimidation.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I do not have advantage. We're just gonna do normal. No. Did it roll? Yes, it did. 17.
17. As you're going around, you turn this one corner and there's a guard who kind of comes your way, and she bumps in and stumbles a little bit and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll see you well."
Flash of red kind of looks. She looks irritated.
Mm-hmm. The helmet kind of came off, and you see this like kind of strawberry blonde hair cascading out from underneath that was held up by something in the hair. She looks at you, goes, "I'm so sorry," and like bends over, picks up the helmet, and like continues walking. But you eventually do make your way down to the basement area where the sparring room was. You see Lucian. Elenara has just kind of like, she is clenching her fingers on her thighs, which she is wearing more of a short situation as far as pants go. So you can like see the red marks of her like clenching into her skin.
You're probably feeling a lot of things right now. I need you to try to breathe deeply. Don't focus on the hunger. You need to try to keep yourself under control right now.
I'm not the one who lost control.
That's understandable.
I'm not sure that your speaking is very much help right now. No offense.
Meredith just looks at both of them, rolls her eyes, and this is like kind of like an armory, right? Or like a
there's kind of some mock mannequins with some armor and some weaponry there. There's a few doors that kind of lead out. One of them is open and looks to have had like a few things kind of moved around, some more equipment, along the lines being in there.
Can I find a cup?
Yeah, absolutely. It takes a little bit of time. It's a little awkward, but there's almost like a spit cup of sorts that you find. You have to like dump it out and rinse it out, but
And I look at the princess, and I will like telepathically speak to Lucian. We're definitely going to have a talk.
Probably well deserved.
And she will kind of just remove the disguise from her hand, and she shows the claws, and she will cut her arm and just kind of squeeze it into the cup.
Okay. Yeah, how much damage?
Not letting him biting me.
How much damage are you bloodletting, we'll say? This is done.
I'm assuming it's for I'm assuming it's for her.
Mm-hmm. So you just have to decide how much damage of blood loss you're gonna take is kind of what it is. So
10.
10. Okay. You cut yourself, bleeding out into the cup a little bit. You notice, and such is normal for you. However, something that maybe strikes Lucian as odd is that Meredith's blood is not red; it's silver. But it fills the cup. And do you just hand it over, or?
Yeah, I just hand it over to the princess.
Okay.
Yep.
The princess looks at it a little weird and then smells it, and you see like this flutter happen in her eyelashes, and her pupils dilate, and she just takes it, clenching the fingers in, and takes it down. She heals for a bit more. She looks a little bit more coherent, a little bit more in control of herself. Goes, not a word of this to my mother.
You're not going to tell her?
Not yet.
Do you understand the implications?
No, I've been this way for about a minute. I haven't thought through everything, surprisingly.
Do you really want the queen to know that you bit her only daughter and the heir?
You think it'd be better if I let her wait to find out?
Hide it.
How much paler am I?
Nothing a little foundation can fix.
I think she already powdered her face white anyway. This is what she was doing early beforehand. It's not noticeable. You do have a glow to you, though.
I need some time to figure this out, and I need to not be left alone. I don't know if I can trust myself. And she stares daggers at you, Lucian.
Okay.
She holds out her arm in the traditionally masculine position.
Yeah, alright. I'll do the custom stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, do
Yep.
the kiss. Mm-hmm.
She begins to lead you out. Meanwhile, August, I need help remembering. Did you make your way back to your room? Or were you with
Yes,
Dorian?
I did.
Okay. You get back to your room for a couple of minutes. How do you spend 10 minutes? Drinking. You get back. You have a little bit left of the wine bottle. You know, there was another one kind of dropped off to your room in your absence. They seem to be
How
getting the
thoughtful.
drift. And not halfway into the bottle of you basically chugging it, you hear a rap on the door.
What?
You hear Dorian's voice on the opposite side say, Lucian's in trouble.
I opened the door. I've got my rapier, which I assume I took from the armory at some point to look regal. That's about it, though. I'm still in like an undershirt and my leather breeches, and I've got my sword. I'm like, where is he?
He's in the sparring room with the princess.
Dorian, for the love of
I don't know where the
everything,
fuck that guy
please
is.
be subtle.
He's like, I'll be subtle enough. Relax. August.
I've got a wine bottle and I've got a sword.
Dorian kind of reaches out to grab your arm to like whisper a little bit and says, do you know of anyone who knows about Lucian?
Queen?
Knows he's at
The queen.
the queen. Anyone else?
Yeah. You said he's in trouble. Where is he? I'm not going to stand around here and play these.
Okay,
mind
all right.
games.
Just come with me. I'm making my way there, anyways. He makes his way out, and August, in your half drunkenly state, it takes you a few minutes to realize he's got like a little harp, like just kind of in hand. You guys walk around a corner, and you see that there is a single guard kind of guarding one of the doors. Not to the place that you're going necessarily, but over there. You watch as Dorian diverts and says, "You can continue that way. I'll follow right behind."
I don't know where I'm fucking going.
Just down the stairs.
Okay. I feel like this is a trap for real.
No, it's not a trap. No, Lucian just needs some extra help. And he kind of nods towards the guard.
Okay. Keep walking.
Alright, you keep going. You hear the harp begin to be plucked and strung. And you hear a little bit of laughter between the two voices.
That is not obvious at all. Good job, Dorian. Subtlety. The key feature of a bard. I keep going wherever he told me to go.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm going though.
Yeah, you make your way down the stairs, and it opens up into a pretty obvious room with a number of different doors. One of them is open, and you can overhear Meredith and Lucian talking inside briefly, and then Elenara and Lucian come out kind of arm in arm and look at you.
No, I'm grabbing Lucian's arm and I'm going, are you not in trouble? Because if Dorian fucked with me.
I'm very much in trouble. Talk to Meredith.
No, I'm going to talk to you.
No, talk to Meredith.
No, I'm talking to you.
I'm continuing walking with Elenara.
I'm following him right away. Like, I am right beside him. Like, no, I need to know from you.
Elenara at this point just kind of looks at you, August, and goes, like, just shows the fangs.
You done.
Yeah, so I didn't know it was possible, but guess we're learning things today.
Going. Wait, hold up. We're regrouping. Everyone's regrouping.
Yeah, where are we going? Actually, I'll whisper to Eleanor really quick.
I was thinking, the cells.
Perhaps.
Somebody's room. Let's go to somebody's room. Drinks. Fine.
Let's go to
nice subtle get together.
my chambers.
I was going to.
And I would summon one of the guards who knows about my condition, who was privy to it from
No,
your
you're
mother.
not. No, you're not. No, you're
And
not.
I'll ask for sustenance. Therefore, it's for me, and we'll be fine. No suspicion.
I was just going to get rid of one of the less desirable criminals in our dungeons.
And do you do this often?
No. It's like a brand new side to me.
Okay.
Ugh.
No, before anything happens, no, we're going, Lucian, we're going to your room. No, we're not going to your room. We're going to my room because it's really weird if you're taking your bride-to-be into your room. We can't do that. We're going to my room. Everybody's going to my room.
Oh, this is
We're having drinks. I have wine.
Yes.
No, it's not.
You hear the clopping of like boots down the stairway, and you see that there's like a blonde, handsome, 24-ish year old, like rippling muscles, man who just kind of comes down smiling and has
this
like a bottle of some kind of alcohol in one hand, and Dorian's just kind of like shyly behind him plucking the harp every few seconds.
Who's this guy? Do we know this guy?
You can make a history check, see if you've
Yeah.
run into him before.
I mean, like,
Blythe.
is it someone of Blythe is short, so like it's not Blythe, right?
What time is it?
This is like 6
Time-
p.m.
Time,
Date.
time.
This is
It's
like
actually
5:30.
6.
It's like, well, it's actually okay, closer to 5, probably 5.
Closer to 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meredith is keeping track of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Meredith's got a date.
I got
so-
two
Meredith
dates.
is 2 dates.
Yeah.
Two. I don't.
Yeah,
What's the second one?
the
was
Queen
supposed-
Not the
and
Queen, yeah.
Lynn.
The Queen and Lynn.
Lynn.
The person from the library.
Oh yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah. Oh yes. Lynn was from the
Lynn
library,
was at
but
the library.
yes.
Yeah.
but
It
that's
was
not
all
who I'm
interested
meeting.
in Faye. Oh, I
I'm
thought you were meeting
meeting-
Lynn.
I'm meeting the one that had a crush on August.
Yeah.
That's
Which
Lynn.
was Lynn? Yeah, Lynn,
Oh, that was so Lynn?
but
Oh,
not Sophie. Sophie was the librarian.
Okay, that's what I'm
But
thinking.
Lynn
'cause
was
Sophie
at the library,
throwing it
yeah.
at me.
That's what I thought.
And
too.
like, yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Sophie can also, yeah.
So cute. I wrote
Yeah.
her as cute.
Meredith is not supposed to be the charming.
Oh sure.
And she is
Right,
down for
history.
anything, might I say?
It's the
Sophie.
goth girl thing. Like
Anyway.
100%.
Yeah. Anyway, 16 history.
16
I'm just saying
history.
if this guy's an actual person we
Met.
should know, or if this is a faceless NPC.
This is a faceless NPC.
All right,
Okay.
great. All right,
Yeah.
cool. I just wanted like,
Yeah.
all right. I'm like, all right, cool. We'll go to your room, August.
Thanks. Just hanging out as in-laws.
I'm gonna whisper to Eleonora. You might be feeling some initial changes. You can easily succumb to them, and it will change your personality. Don't.
Really?
Most of that aggression is towards you, bitch.
I understand that.
I am speed walking towards my bedroom. Just real fast.
Meredith is like pinching the bridge of her nose.
Dorian's
It looks like the honeymoon is over.
all
Or-
2 weeks.
And I'll think to her, or it just started.
Going to be executed.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
Meredith says, "You're going to be executed."
Yes. I know.
I won't be there.
Right. Thank you.
Dorian kind of like was this in the brain or was this out loud?
This was in the brain.
Okay.
This brain.
Out loud, Dorian just kind of shakes his head and goes, I have a meal for you. You gonna take advantage? Although I
I'm
would
assuming
make it
she's
quick,
listening.
I think the spell ends when he's hit.
No, not. Thank you, but
Do I know if vampires can drink dead blood?
Drink their own blood?
Dead
Well,
blood.
drink dead blood.
Oh, it has to be like meta knowledge, it has to be within like a minute of
A minute.
being from a body,
Okay.
essentially. So basically live, you can kind of get away with, you know, a little bit of leeway, but it goes bad.
Everyone
It has
Everyone
to
is
be warm
going,
very
like-
quickly.
2 steps ahead.
let's just get to the room.
Yes.
Dorian's like, all right, how long is it to the room?
You keep that man away from my room.
I'm just saying, it's convenient.
And he might remember. Keep that man away from my room.
If you kill him,
Don't kill him.
someone's going to die eventually here.
No one's going to die.
Going to die.
Besides probably me. Again.
All right, fine. And he kind of like just being in the way has kind of taken the person back up. As you guys are walking up, Eleanor looks over to you, Lucian, and goes, I had no idea your brother was so quick to sacrifice one of my guards for you.
I didn't either.
Eleonora and you kind of lead the way up the stairs. You guys eventually make your way back. You guys get a lot of weird looks. I need some checks. Do you guys want to do this stealthily?
Meredith is going to stealth.
No.
She's going to blend into the shadows, actually. She's
Ooh,
like,
I
you
like
know,
it. I like
I'm just
that.
going with the shadows.
Do you have a
Where-
casting of invisibility?
I don't.
Okay.
But wait, do I? No. What can I do? No,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have invisibility.
Okay, I was just checking because that would be really bomb right now for you.
Yeah.
14 performance. We're just going to get to know each other. Having a few drinks. I'm getting to know my new sister-in-law. It's no big deal.
20 stealth to blend into the shadows.
Okay.
Sticking to the shade of the buildings, of the overhangs and stuff, because you know she don't have a shadow no mo. That's a problem. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're just gonna promenade like we're a happily engaged new couple, and we're starting to get along very well. So,
Okay.
Promenade.
Absolutely. I'm gonna set the accumulative DC at, we'll say 50 for things to go really smoothly. So, Meredith, what was yours?
20.
20. August, yours was 14, I think you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
God damn it, Lucian.
I'm gonna use my inspiration now.
Over there sweating
What was
bullets.
it? Was it a natural one? Was it a natural one?
That's
you fucker?
it was, but I used inspiration and got a 2, so I got 4.
Okay. Eleonora still needs to roll.
Ugh. Oh my
she's
gosh.
she's gonna have to roll a performance check because you're doing the promenade instead of stealth. That is a total of 15 actually, so that's pretty good. 15 plus 4,
Made it.
19.
We made it.
We
You
made
did.
it.
Yep.
Thank goodness.
We were at 38.
That 20 stealth plus the 15. Jeez. You're sweating bullets.
I don't know if I can sweat as a vampire, but I would be.
Mentally sweating bullets.
In the coven, you feel an overwhelming sense of panic and disdain, but I'm trying to hold together pretty well.
I'm trying to block
I've got
all
my
that out.
porcelain. I've got my porcelain mask face on. Learned skill.
I am learning how to block
Dorian's
this out
coming
now.
with us too. It's, it's all chill. Just trying to get to know the in-laws. Lucian's a little nervous because, it's meeting his woman, family meeting his fiance. It's a whole thing. His nervousness makes sense.
So does this count as a lover's quarrel or?
Definitely a lover's quarrel. Y'all had your first night.
Sure. If that's what you desire it to be called, then sure.
No, that's
Are
the
we
name
at
of this episode. Actually,
Lovers.
the name of this
Oh,
episode is now "Lovers Quarrel."
All right, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Please put this in the chat. It
We
saves
don't-
me
I
30
don't
minutes of
think
thinking later.
Yeah.
You all make your way up to August's room, who kind of leads the way. You don't, encounter any significant resistance. Few people look a little oddly at you, but then avert your gaze. Oh, they're happily courting. It's whatever. You guys make your way to the room.
Everyone's in, door locked. Deadbolt.
Like, no one's getting in without it being very obvious.
I need, now that we're here, I'll breathe out. I need blood.
I've got a ton of that. Hold the phone. And I grab Lucian and I'm taking him to like the far corner.
I'm very much out of it. I'm disorientated. I've just been holding it together very well. I'm looking at your neck and your wrists. I'm like, I need blood.
Okay, things first. And I'm speaking in Draconic now.
Got it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Are we running? Are we gonna run?
No.
Are
Wait,
we
hold on.
kidnapping Eleonora and running away?
Hold on. Are we speaking Draconic or childhood
Draconic.
code? Or childhood code?
Childhood code.
Okay, we'll do that.
Which is childhood code and Draconic, I feel like.
Yes.
I feel like the code is
Yes,
in
yes.
Draconic.
Yeah, the code is in Draconic,
It's
but
like
Yeah.
a thieves can't Draconic.
Yeah, it's like it's Von
Specifically for
Bathory
us.
can't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I don't actually know if she speaks Draconic or not yet, which she might. So that's why I wanted to clarify first.
Are we running away?
No.
Are we kidnapping her? And then running away?
No.
Do you want me to kill her?
No.
Then you're going to end up dead.
Probably. I already died once. Like, I can come back again. That's how this works, right?
A stake through the heart could probably kill you, I'm assuming.
I don't know. Maybe that's just superstition. No one's actually seen a vampire since I did 2 weeks ago.
I'm also assuming death by fire will work as well.
Wait.
Is that just in Lucian's head?
Wait, did you just say? Can you? Oh, can she hear me even though I'm speaking Draconic code?
Oh,
in
I
my
wonder,
brain?
Ooh,
I
that's a
wonder.
really good point. You guys
In
have
my
access to each other's memories. You know what? I'm gonna say that Meredith, you have to make an intelligence check. I think it should decode.
Because it is all coded. So
Yeah, I think you have to
15.
decode it, but you have the tools to decode it. 15?
Yes.
Lucian, I need. Let's see. This should be a contesting check, I think. But I think I'm gonna take it. First of all, Meredith, do you know Draconic?
Nope.
No.
Giant Abyssal and Sylvan.
So actually, I'm gonna say because you don't know Draconic, I'm gonna say you can't understand it. But if it was in common or something like that, I would say you have the tools, or like if you knew the language. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Then what are we doing? Because the queen is definitely going to kill you.
I mean, we have to talk this out. I mean, she can't just kill me, otherwise the political outrage, everything goes nuts. But I guess she could kill me, cover it up. But I'm supposed to be some political envoy, right?
You're also a vampire who turned her daughter into a vampire. How did that happen, anyways?
I didn't. I thought there was a whole ritual process. All right, it's just we were fighting.
You
And
just bit her for fun?
no, we were fighting, and it was great. We're having a good spar, and then she was bleeding a little from the mouth, and I was very exhausted, and suddenly I was teeth deep in her arm.
Okay. You were triggered by a little bit of blood.
No, I was triggered by exhaustion, and the smell of blood, and bad luck.
Smell blood anywhere.
I can't smell blood anywhere. What are you talking? It was like right in front of me, and your arm looks up. Your wrist looks really nice right now.
I just want to make... Can you tell when I'm on my period?
No, what?
I mean, is that like an issue? Because you should
I
probably talk about
don't
that with
know.
Eleonora, because she probably has one too.
Well, I don't
want
know
you
if
to
she
be
does
triggered.
now, and I don't know even if she has one now. Like, that's one of the things I was planning on researching here, is if like vampires are
Is it
still
she
fertile.
menstruates?
No, she's a vampire now. It may stop the process.
She's not a full vampire or something. You said there wasn't a ritual, and there has to be a ritual.
I don't know.
Maybe she's like a baby vampire.
I'm a baby vampire.
know the terminology. I'm talking about like maybe it's a trial run, trial period.
I don't know.
She's
either.
trial vampiring.
We're very clearly arguing in a corner.
Mhm.
In code.
You
And
guys,
eventually I just start hitting him, like not really trying to hurt, but also trying to hurt him. Like sister hitting.
yep.
Yeah.
Like, you're
Mhm.
such an idiot. You know, just
Eleonora is like chilling over there with you, Meredith, and just kind of like leans over and goes, "This is a new side."
Of you or Lucian?
Both.
Well,
Is he
can't-
like this often?
his brain is a mess, if that's what you ask.
All right, now we'll pop the alcohol.
Oh
his brain is a mess.
god! And she kind of looks over. Duly noted.
However, he is deeply sorry.
I gathered as much. Still
Sorry
fucking
doesn't
pissed.
fix shit. You know what, Lucian?
Are you
I
speaking
thought
normally
I-
right now, or are you going back to code?
The first part was to Eleonora
Common
and
immediately
Meredith
back.
and back to code. You know, Lucian, I thought I was the biggest fuck up in this family. You know, especially today where I thought I did the worst thing that could possibly happen today and get stage fright, right?
You-
And I felt bad about that. I felt bad about getting stage fright, but I didn't turn a princess into a vampire. So I really feel like I'm going to relinquish my fuck up title and give it to you. You can be the family fuck up now.
Fine, I'll clearly
Congratulations.
accept it. And I don't know why you thought you had it in the first place. I thought I had it.
I had it
Sorry.
because I had the dragon. Fuck you. But now you have it because you turned the princess into a fucking vampire.
Right,
And
so
we're
the
gonna you're gonna get executed. I'm gonna get executed. Dorian's probably just gonna die of shock. And a whole war is gonna happen, and they're gonna be against Calvin as well, because now they don't give a fuck about your lands.
Calvin's the Baron anyway. It's under his control, but they're loyal to me still, according to
Yeah,
my
exactly.
sources.
So what sort of leverage do you hold? Because you have no allies, you have no people. Right? So they're still gonna kill you.
Hmm.
And your plan is to not run away and to
No.
not kill the princess that you turned into a vampire.
Absolutely not.
So I would like to know what your solution is, because you do not have as much leverage as you think you do.
She's pointing
Well-
at me an awful lot.
Don't worry about it.
Honestly, she doesn't want to tell her mother. She says, not right away, waiting on it anyway. And seriously, what we
good.
could do, we could rush the wedding, get married, and say, in the heat of passion, I turned her into a vampire. That would
You know
work.
what, Lucian? Normal boys get their girlfriends pregnant and then they have a speedy wedding.
This
They don't
is
turn
like
them into
that.
fucking vampires. This is not like
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, that's a life change for 18 years. This is for fucking immortality.
Well, that's still 18 years. Sip.
I will turn to Eleonora. Well, on a good note, he won't outlive you.
I suppose I have to start looking at the positives, don't I?
That,
Hmm.
But you do not have to
Decide
start
to
looking
file
at
them
the
down.
positive.
Can we have?
Lucian fucked up.
Can I have a child now?
probably not.
That was a question. I'll say, yeah. I'll say this is a question I actually
He
asked your
was-
mother because I have no idea because I'm a new
Yeah.
vampire. No one
And
knows
he
anything
asked-
about
I know
vampires
He
at
asked
all.
me because he was wondering if you would menstruate, so that's a thing.
No, that wasn't me. That was you.
No, I said, can you tell if I'm menstruating?
I guess I won't know if I menstruate.
And then I asked
until
if you
my
could
time
tell,
comes.
you know, that should be something of concern with your wife. And then you said, not anymore.
I said I don't know anymore. Maybe you're
Would
not
I know if
understanding the
vampires can
words.
reproduce?
Would you what?
Would I know if vampires can reproduce?
You know what? I feel like Gethel's told you some weird stories. Why not?
Probably.
History check. Gethel's got some weird shit in her
12
library.
history.
12?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay.
There's one story that she always said was true. And that
Go with Gethel.
The Bride of Dracula.
and in the story, just specifics of that the vampires were able to have a child.
But they both had to be vampires.
You may get lucky if you try hard enough.
Great. Nothing like adding stress to that equation.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
By the way, what time is it?
like 5:02.
It's like 5:30.
It's given real like Rapunzel vibes where it's like she does all of her chores for the day and then she's like, oh, 7:15. Started her day.
There's like 7:15, so I'll read a book.
Or maybe 2 or 3.
I'll add a bit of painting to my gallery.
I'll play guitar and knit.
Okay, let's.
Copyright.
Don't sue us, Disney.
I look
Yeah,
at
no money.
Lucian. If you need a drink, I also need a drink.
I don't think you understand how on edge I am right here. Not just because of everything. Are we in code right now, by the way? When you talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm saying I will give you a fucking drink.
Grabs a bottle, hands it to her.
Thank you.
Okay.
I will offer my arm, and I will be drinking with the other arm.
As I am more practiced now, I will not destroy her wrists.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I will chug my wine.
Okay.
All right.
We're
Tell
gonna...
me when. That's what I'm going to say before I go. Tell me when.
Okay. We'll just say this in increments of like 6.
What?
So we're just gonna use an even number. 6, an increment of 6. 6 health at a time, essentially.
Taking 6 health from me
Yes.
or giving it to
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Stop there.
6 or
let's-
7? Just 6
6.
or 7.
Let's
Okay.
hold off on 6 for a second.
36
6.
health.
It's 6 solution, and he wants you to make a wisdom save with advantage.
Thank you. I should be fine now. 17.
17. Yeah, you're able to.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a fun feeling, but you're able to do so without issues.
I'm a little under half. I'm at 41 out of 86.
6.
Yeah, I have 86 health because I'm awesome.
Well, that fucking sucks. I really hope she doesn't need any because I don't feel good.
I'll cast Healing Word on August.
Thank you.
Well,
You
if
see
you
your
think
shadow
about it,
kind of intertwined with yours and like kind of soothing it.
if you think about it, less blood, you get drunker faster.
I will stab you through your fucking heart. Okay.
Thank you, by the way.
Yep, you're welcome. I need to sit down.
Right at this point, the door kind of opens, or actually, the door doesn't open. You just hear the stomping of metal boots go by and a huff from a masculine voice as it goes out. The door opens and Dorian kind of comes in and is just like clutching his head.
How'd you open the door?
Oh, it wasn't open. Dorian knocks on the door. Dorian knocks on the door. My bad. DM's bad. It's Dorian. Let me in.
Somebody closer to the door and lock it, but then lock it back.
I'll do it.
Open the door.
Meredith is closer.
Yeah, I open it. August gets 4 healing. And Meredith will walk out at this point. She will just give a nod to the princess.
Meredith. No, as you're walking, I'll think to you. It's better to do it this way. Perhaps suggest to the queen that it may be a good idea that Elenara accompanies us on our political mission.
She will look back at you and think. Well, actually, she won't even think it. She'll just say it out loud. And why the hell would I do that?
I'll shrug my shoulders. I'll put my arms up at you and just like, come on, really? If it's in the cards, I'll say out loud.
Meredith doesn't say nothing, then just walks away.
Dorian comes in, and Meredith, as you walk by Dorian, you can see like there is red all across the right side of his face.
Deadbolt door.
Like red hand mark.
I will stop and look at him and walk away.
I can't deal with 2 idiots right now.
Comes in, and all he says to you guys is, "Problems taken care of."
Anyway, making sure I deadbolt the door again. Thank you, Dorian.
Is the problem taken care of for you, Elenara?
What do you think?
I don't know anything about vampires.
Neither do I. It wasn't conveniently in my handbooks or teachings.
If you're going to get bitchy with me, you can stop. I didn't turn you into a vampire. I'm checking in on you to see if you need blood, because I've got some left. And if you're going to be a bitch, I don't have to give you anything.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage.
Advantage
You know
toggle.
what? Actually, yeah, I think she's cool with this.
22.
You're right. Leader has to
Are you
learn to be
good
humble.
insofar as I can help you?
I could use some blood, yes.
Fine. A little bit. Because I'm going to pass out. If it's any more than a little bit.
Understood. I'll try to hold myself more accountable.
Drag her off if I'm about to pass out.
She nods to you, Lucian, kind of giving you like the yes, drag me off. If that's the case.
Because I know Dorian can't do it.
Dorian just kind of flings his arm up, like goes back down.
You got a slap to the face and you're about to collapse. Calm down.
I told you needed bed rest and to eat something.
You guys
Not
will not let this go.
No, because you're like
fucking
14 in like a 26-year-old body. And you're still trying to play the big brother. Like, what?
You know what? Fuck you. And he goes to the door, and he just like throws it open and storms out.
Lucian.
What?
We need all the allies we can right now. I don't even know where the fuck Meredith just went. What if she's gonna go tell on us to Gethel Beatrix? We don't know.
No, she's fine. She has a date. We'll be alright.
Date?
Yep.
She's like, oh, I'm just going to leave all this vampire drama behind
It's a very important date that
and go get my
not
pussy back.
condone.
No.
I just raise my voice slightly and yell in my head.
You hear it from the hallway, and in your head, it's loud enough.
I just have like a horrible like nursery rhyme that's really fucked up, replaying and replaying over in my
Oh,
head.
God. I start drinking again and I hold out my arm again.
Should we count again? We'll just. Okay.
No,
One.
she gets no, stop.
Okay, 1.
She gets 1. If we're doing 6 points, she gets 1. I don't have 86 health.
She groans in annoyance after the 1.
All right, 2. I can do 2. And then we stop.
She rolled a 7 and then a 5. So she is just on there, and her eyes, the red in her eyes brighten a little bit, and she looks like she's lost. You can see the lost look in her eyes, and there is this direction that goes towards you, August. I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Pull off. No.
Wisdom. Oh no. I accidentally rolled advantage, but it'll be a 4.
It'll be a 4. This is your pleasure. It is your pleasure.
I'm gonna say Elenara stop commandingly.
It continues.
Dang it! I was trying to meta here. Gosh, sorry.
No, you're good. But it's your pleasure to provide sustenance for this individual. So
any more than 2 and I'm out.
At the 2 mark, since the 1 was she groans, you're like, fine, whatever. And now, I will say that's enough time for Lucian if you want to take your first round going stop, and then your second round to try and pull her off. You can make that check.
So I assume it's a charm spell, considering it's my signature spell.
It's a charm-like effect. Yeah, that much is obvious.
It's a vampire charm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, did she vampire charm me? Because I think I have advantage.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was a charm effect. So yeah, go ahead and take it.
Then my advantage does work. It would have been a 15.
That is gonna save actually. So yeah. You feel
she's
this
still
rush.
going, but I'm not entranced.
Yes. But you feel the instinct rush over you for a brief moment. You're like, what the fuck? But you know what was about to happen.
Can I still recognize that it was a charm effect was used?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And I'll pull Elenara up towards me, and I said, "You're charming enough as is. You don't need to do that."
I need you to make an athletics check.
All right.
If you're gonna try to pull her off, you need to make an athletics check to do so.
No, it's like a gentle tug up. I'm not yanking her off. It's cooler than that. Anyway, yeah, let's try to out athletics a monk. That's a great idea. 15.
That was an Arcana check.
That's an Arcana check. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was confused. 15.
Again?
Yep. Actually, no. A monk trying athletic me because I have a +6.
She only has a +4, so she got a 13. So you're good.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
I'm big, strong fighter man.
You pull her off, and she is fighting against you. You've got one arm kind of clutched around her shoulder and the other arm around her waist, and she kind of looks back at you, and there's this fury in her eyes, teeth, fangs bared. She's no longer cleanly drinking, and she breathes heavily for a few moments.
Yeah, I'll pull her to face me and look at my eyes. Look at me. It's still you.
Thank you. She looks over to you, August.
I'm laying down on whatever is available. I'm still conscious, but I'm not happy. And it's barely.
I am so sorry. I think I'm
What's
also
the
going to sit.
What's the furniture like in this room?
I mean, it's very, very nice. It's well polished. It's kind of a darker wood.
I figured it's probably like a bedroom with like a parlor area as well, where I
Yeah,
can
alright.
sit and drink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
so
it's like
I
it's an
I
expensive
would have
room.
pulled you over to like the bedroom part to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I'm probably laying on a bed, and Eleanor was probably originally sitting like in the little parlor area. Is how
Yeah.
I pictured it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
You know, that's near the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go sit by the nice tea table in the parlor, and we'll go sit over there.
She sits down.
How are you feeling? At least a little better now.
Physically, yes.
It's quite a bit.
No kidding.
I
It's
didn't.
both wonderful and terrifying at the same time.
My biggest complaint is the cold.
Fair.
We need to talk about what's going to happen.
We do indeed. Let's... Oh, dear gods. And you can see, like, finally she's, like, letting herself, like, lose kind of the mask of royalty. Like, she has hit the breaking point. She's got her elbows on the kind of, like, coffee table in front of you guys. Her hands kind of resting in her clenched hands.
So, I, the betrothed and newly founded ally to the kingdom, just turned the crown heir princess into a vampire. Obviously, your mother's not going to release that information to the public, but I might have to find some sort of accident along the way.
Yes, I think that's, yeah, I think that's, the way to go.
As in, no, I'm saying that's what your mother will kill me and will use it as a leverage towards the war effort.
You think my mother is going to kill you and then use it as a way to inspire the people that you just inspired to fight the war?
Absolutely.
Yes,
If I
he's an evil Von Bathory who infiltrated the castle and seduced the princess.
think about it. If I inspired all the people, they now see me as some sort of figurehead. They, we're betrothed, and I'm a threat to the Baron. So simply spin some rumor and announce the Baron's assassin snuck into the palace the same way the Baron came in and killed me in the night.
No, Lucian, we're already Von Bathory's. They'll make sure to villainize us instead of make us victims. Don't worry about it.
I've been announced as Reha.
True.
Good for you. Then I get to be the villain who came in the middle of the night and killed everyone.
And then we both die. It solves her problems.
I'm going to be very honest. I am in no state to make decisions right now.
We still need to talk about them.
None of us are in any state to make decisions. Lucian needs to have a not me drink and calm down. Because we all need an adjustment period. And we all need to not tell anyone until we've had some time for coherent thought.
Okay, bag of holding. bottle of vodka. There we go.
Oh, thank God. Because I dropped the wine bottle and it broke.
She looks
So
over
if you
to
could,
the
like,
bottle.
hold that vodka bottle to my mouth, that would be great.
Sure. And she goes over and, like, grabs one of the many empty bottles of alcohol and, like, says, "It'll be right over for you." And she goes over to, like, one of the water basins, one of the pitchers, and kind of, like, puts some water in there, comes back over and says, "This is some of the best in the castle. Can hardly taste it." She holds it up to your mouth.
I just watched you do all of that. Stop being a bitch.
August, just drink the water.
I was under
You
the
don't-
impression your
You to
coherency
drink
level was
whatever
at
the
a
hell you
negative
wanted.
1 out of 10.
You don't have any blood in your veins. Drink the water.
I let you two drink whatever you wanted. You're gonna let me drink whatever the hell I want.
All right. Well. Okay.
She leans over to you and goes, like, in a really, really, really short whisper, "How is she so coherent?"
Because she's my sister.
Okay. How full is that vodka bottle?
I'll get a different empty bottle and I'll pour some vodka into it. This is all I'm giving you. That's it. That's all you get for now.
She says, "How averse are you to romance, August?" She takes Lucian and, like, clutches the back of your neck and, like, thrusts you into, like, a full making out scene.
Ah, this is happening. All right.
And
Cool.
how does August react?
I think at first she's like really caught off guard because she was like, I don't know, I feel like romance, her brother being involved in romance is definitely a different thing than her enjoying romance.
I'm very caught off guard.
What does
as
she do
well.
physically?
Cringe.
Does she shut her eyes?
Yes. I think she would put a pillow over her face.
As soon as you put the pillow over her face, she, like, quietly disconnects from your lips like a very tender grasp, takes the bottle of vodka and pours the water straight in it.
Okay.
And then clutches the back of your neck and gives you a soft kiss. Said, "Tonight, we are not sharing separate rooms. Tonight..." Oh, is the alcohol already affecting me?
You haven't had any.
Well, August is super drunk and you guys drank from her, so
Yeah, that's kind of like how I'm interpreting the moment. So
Okay.
she's like,
okay. As far as that, I'm not tracking that. I still think she hasn't had any alcohol.
yeah, we are sharing a bedroom tonight. Understood?
I can still hear you.
Yes.
She kind of
yes.
like pushes you a little bit to the side, firmly but gently, and takes the pillow off of August's eyes and says, "Here's your vodka."
See.
What?
Go do that somewhere else, not in my room.
We're done. This is for you. Enjoy.
But now.
Why not?
I had your slobber all over it.
I haven't drank anything
Oh, I was
out
muted?
of this.
Ooh.
I haven't drank anything out of this. This is all you. It is full. Look, it's full.
Drunk.
I think you made me drunk. Slightly. Just a little bit. Not really drunk. Just partially drunk. Enjoy yourself. She puts it on the table, bedside table.
She only had 2 sips of you. I had 6, and I'm okay, so... I don't need luck. I have high constitution.
Oh, God, I think your blood was more alcohol than water.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not judging you.
I'm not judging, I'm just noting. Dear God, she goes over to the pitcher of water and, like, just, like, drinks it straight out of the thing and is like, this doesn't work.
Here,
I
sit
can't
down.
hydrate normally anymore.
Please sit down. I'll just take her over to the chair.
How about you two don't spend the night together? Let's start with that, because that'll get you in some serious fucking trouble.
Glare?
I can hear my ears still work even if there's a pillow over my eyes.
Listen, you don't know the customs of this land.
Fine, fine. Eleonora, is it customary to take your fiancé to bed? Before the wedding, obviously.
Depends on if you're trying to spread a rumor. Sometimes people use it as like a political scam. But most of the time it's like frowned upon. But some people use it.
Upon. Don't do
What?
it, Lucian.
What would your mother think?
You clearly do not know my mother if you're asking that question.
Oh, I don't know
I
your
don't
fucking
know
mother.
your mother. I've had a few conversations with her.
That's
She's
right.
probably going to kill us.
She's not going to kill you.
She's definitely going to kill us.
I think she might torture you for a bit, but then you'll be free to go.
Torture? I'll just look over at August and like, okay.
I'm kidding.
It's not funny, actually.
I think
It's-
it's hilarious.
Eleanor,
That's because you're a pampered little princess who's never gone through anything difficult. in her entire-
August! Hold on. Just wait. Eleanor, try to... You're progressing very quickly. Try to get a hold of yourself a little bit. I'll put the vodka away before we start drinking it.
And I know it's difficult for princesses, but you could try practicing a little empathy every once in a while. It might humble you.
We're
You
not,
watch her take, like, a very practiced sitting state. And she just kind of, like, closes her eyes and, like, kind of, like, enters a meditative state and just kind of nods in response to you, August.
It's best
She's
not...
meditating and she can't see this.
I'll flip you off back. It's best not to joke about torture to us.
Okay, she's disassociating.
noted.
She's going back into her little mind palace or whatever the fuck.
Duly
you-
noted.
If...
I am going to take a bit of time, though, for myself and calm down.
Right.
Oh, go. You know, I'm sure you have
Weren't you
some
just talking about
meditation.
me and you needing friends?
No.
Yes, you
No,
were.
I wasn't.
Yes, you were. Absolutely.
No one wants to be friends with us, Lucian.
Alright, see, now you're progressing to the other side of what you just told me. So you can't be contradicting yourself right now.
I don't remember ever saying we needed friends. Well, and even if we did,
Allies. Yes.
needing allies is different from actually being able to procure them.
You just scolded me for telling off Dorian, not 5 minutes ago.
Because Dorian's our brother. Unless, I'm sorry, you don't consider us your
Oh,
family
don't
anymore.
start. I don't want to have this whole discussion again.
Mr. Sorry, Duke Reha of Calban.
Listen, we're really going to do this, this was like the nitpickiest thing all growing up. And you're pissed at me because I'm actually blood related to the Baron. Well, I'm sorry for being born then. Does that make you feel better? I'm gonna drink some water.
Problem because you were blood related to the Baron. You all knew, he hated you the most. No one actually wanted to be you.
It's a funny way of showing it then.
Because I didn't want to be you doesn't mean that I can't see that you have flaws.
It still hurts, when
I
you're
don't want to be you. I don't want your position or anything. I wouldn't want to be the Duke of Calvin. Other than that, I wouldn't want to attract the Baron's ire like you did.
It's probably a stupid thing to do anyway.
What's a stupid thing to do?
Draw the attention of the Baron, start this whole thing.
What's... You might as well. He already fucking hates us.
Yeah, but for the last 2-3 years, we've all been in different places, hiding out, doing nothing, just staying out of sight of that monster, and now we're back together and fighting the man. We're all gonna die.
Yeah, there are only 3 of us left. We're either going to die or we're going to let him die.
Yeah, we kill him, and then what? I'd become Duke of Calvin, and then...
And probably Baron and, Baron of Lugnote.
All the titles, yes.
Yep. Just as you were always meant to be.
Unless, of course, this is all a scheme, and I'm not going to be anything at the end of all this. I might have an accident, who knows? I don't know what the future is, after all.
Oh, and don't forget the Prince of Camelot and probably eventually, King Consort.
Oh, Prince Consort, however the formal titles here, right?
Whatever it is.
In general, I am so screwed. I'm so deep in this.
Meanwhile,
I should just...
And honestly, I could just walk away. No problem.
I should just go back
Bye.
to being a mercenary. Just let my entire troop get killed again. Yeah.
Oh, you can't go back to being a mercenary. You're engaged to a princess, and you're the future Duke of Calvin.
Eleanor, what do you say? Want to start a mercenary band?
Or we could all be busboys in a tavern and live the life I did. How about that? Let's do that. Travel with some bards, because it seems like it's going to be fun.
Yeah. So...
Then sell your soul to a dragon so you don't die, and then everybody blames you for doing that.
Well, you could, just drink for nothing but 2 years, join a band of mercenaries led by an idiot who decides to contract you out to slavers without knowing it, and then you become the scapegoat for an entire
Good to
slaving
hear
operation.
you've been drinking too, so maybe let's not judge my drinking.
I didn't judge your drinking. It was Dorian who thought that, pointed out that you didn't start drinking heavily until you met me, so he blames me.
I can
Mental
see
middle
the
finger.
judgment in your eyes. You're acting like we didn't grow up together.
All right, so we. Yeah, well.
Meanwhile, Ciara, Meredith makes her way outside of the castle.
Yeah.
I feel like what sort of demeanor is about Meredith?
Meredith definitely kind of she kind of blocked out everything after hearing him disapproving of her date with the queen later. But she's probably just kind of taking all that still vibe. She's just de-stressed. She's not rushing. Well, she has somewhere to be, but much more pleasant atmosphere versus the agitation.
Yeah, you make your way out. No one really bothers you. And you make your way to the inn. I'm not gonna lie. Did we set a name for that place, or was it
The Starry Night?
Oh,
was it Starry Night?
I have no idea. I just know it was across.
Yes, it was across the way. Yeah, I was like across the way. I don't think we actually gave it a name. Yeah, we'll call it Starry Night.
Party.
And you go there, and Lynn is already kind of there. She looks to be kind of nervous, and she's got a new book. She seems to be like she is this fucking speed reader or something. But she's got two books. The one on top has kind of this illustration of two two kind of gorgeous women, one with a short haircut, the other one with flowing locks that unrealistically fly in the wind, that are outrageously long, and the short-haired one is breaking through a window, and the title is just A Broken Window.
Oh, jeez. Meredith instantly takes note of that. She's still kind of in the same of course not the armor and all that, but more of just a simple nice dress.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she'll come over and sit down at her table.
Okay, absolutely. Lynn looks to you and says, "Thank goodness. So, do you have any more advice or thoughts?"
Why don't you tell me what exactly that you want? What are your thoughts? I look at the book. Don't tell me that it's something more along of something like that.
She looks down at the book and kind of covers her hand over it, sheepishly, and her deep tan skin kind of blushes a little darker, and she sorry, flips the other book. The other book is some academic, magic book.
Don't be ashamed. If that is what you're into, then that is what you're into.
I don't know, I just want to connect with someone. And it not blow up in my face for once.
I kind of look around in the tavern. Okay. So, Oh god, I'm playing fucking matchmaker. That's the Fae I am now, apparently.
Matchmaker Faye.
Matchmaker Fae.
You're basically Cupid.
The darker version of Cupid. Cupid Gothic.
Yep.
Cupid with real arrows.
Oh, that's kind of decent though. That's kind of decent.
I kinda like that idea.
Meredith will say, kind of read her a bit. She kind of look at her. What kind of vibe is she giving?
I mean, she's not tipsy yet. Lynn seems, just in general, or like her current, state?
In general. Well, I will say probably current state now. Current state.
Okay, current state. There's almost like a childish anticipation. There's like a glimmer of naive hope in her eyes. There isn't like a lack of wisdom per se, but maybe it's just like a lack of experience. She just seems like she just seems very engaged with her youthful side right now.
Okay. I want you to tell me about this August person.
Oh. Well, I was her driver. We met because I was going to drop her off, and then we decided that she was gonna stay with me, and we were gonna drive away for a bit. She was fun, gentle, beautiful.
She's talking about this.
Awkward.
As she's talking about this, do I get the sense that she fell hard for August?
Make an insight check.
Natural 20, 26.
You get the feeling that August was like her first real crush.
Okay.
And there is, the abundance of feelings and emotions that come with that.
Yeah. First love. Okay. Meredith will probably soften a bit at that and kind of let a genuine smile come onto her face. All right, then. Would you like to meet them again? Or at least see them again?
I think I told you, but she's dead.
Death is a little, sometimes death can be a little bit of a workaround. Nothing particularly wicked, but
As soon as you say wicked, her hands like go over yours, and she goes, "I'm okay with little wicked."
sorry, I looked his face. I will pat her on the hand. So, I can at least say that you will see her again if you want.
I mean, yeah.
But I would advise, I can see that little spark in your eye. Not to give it your all. Because, as I said before, opportunities come to those when you least expect it. Whether it be this August or another dashing woman may come by and catch your eye. Smile here, a touch there.
So, like a slow burn.
Yes. It amps up the anticipation.
Okay. I can do that.
All right then. And I will. I'm so annoying now. Absolutely annoying. Do I want to do this again? No, I don't. Let me stop making you damn bets. But I will Druidcraft. I will Druidcraft a Forget Me Not.
Okay.
And I'll place it into her hair. Remember that feeling. That feeling of yearning. That innocent love. That has a way of changing fate.
This flower?
The symbolization.
Oh. What? You mean you're working around death? What do I owe you?
Meredith will chuckle at that. Kind of sit back and look at her. What is her clothing like?
It's you get the feeling she does largely kind of menial like physical labor. So it's mostly like, you know, well made but like very work clothes, leathers, there's heavier cottons, things like that. She's wearing kind of more of like a work pant situation.
Okay. Why are y'all laughing?
You guys do fucking memes. The fucking meme. I need to not have that up. That needs
I
to
kept
be.
it closed specifically for this reason.
I'm gonna do that from now on.
Chat, there was a post of Jake from State's Farm saying, khakis?
When Ciara asked, what are her clothes like? I
What
said,
is her clothes? I can't.
and then Cal was like work pants.
Oh Jesus. What's her name again? What's baby girl's name again?
Lynn.
Lynn.
What are
Lynn
you
from
wearing,
State Farm.
Lynn from State Farm?
Khakis?
Shut up.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, that's like one of my favorite memes. I'm sorry.
I think I did a pretty good Lynn voice there. I'm just
You
saying.
did.
So good.
How about thinking if I want to go the traditional route this way? You can give me a name.
Give you my name?
A name. Let's say
Okay.
say a name. I think I will be satisfied with the name of a child born of your love. Born, or if you love it enough, I accept their name.
The name of my child. I haven't given much thought to it, to be honest. It seems a little far off in the future.
Of course. It will most likely be very far off in the future, but
Right. She doesn't know
something
whether to
that you
take that
think
as
about
an
it.
insult or not, but yeah, let me think about it. And the name itself,
Don't have to give it to me now. Something when you finally have it.
yes, I can do that. How do you, Faye, seal it? She, like, looks around and leans in. She's a little tiny bit tipsy. How do you, Faye, seal your deals? Is there, like, a weird magic-y thing you do? Or do we shake hands?
Some write contracts, but you don't have to do that. I take her hand.
She gives it to you.
And around it, kind of druid crafts, but it seems to be mixing with her shadow a bit, but also kind of like a bracelet of thorns. You see a little bit of flowers on it.
It doesn't hurt.
No.
Thank you.
Well then, I have another appointment, but
Of course. Thank you for your time. And whatever it is you're going to do.
And I get up. I'll just tap her on the shoulder and walk away. Head to my next date.
You make your way through the town. And on your way back, there's kind of an older man who kind of comes next to you, and like with a cane, and kind of hoveling by your side. And when they open your mouth, it's in the voice of Gethel. She says, "I decided I'd try out a new disguise."
This one.
So it's come to my attention, darling, that you've taken advantage of some deals, but there are other deals that you could be making too. I just want to make sure you're on track to find your greatest potential.
Yes. I will whisper to her. Well, I kind of like will take the old man's arm. I've been testing the waters, seeing which one I like best.
Mm, yes, don't overload it early on, but take advantage of everything you can.
I will. And speaking of one, taking advantage apparently of something. I think I made my one real big deal recently.
Oh, yes, yes, do tell.
The queen. She owes me a favor.
Stop. And like she turns to you and like her eyes flash away like the simple blue gray into the glittering purple gold underneath for a moment. And she's like got your hands, just said,
You did not?
I did. I, well, it was a simple thing that she asked. Well, she wanted someone inside of the fake court, some information.
A simple thing.
kind of slaps you on the shoulder.
My daughter, a simple thing. Charming the queen. Oh, my dear. Mm-hmm. I'm so...
Thank you, Mother. Hope that I continue to make you proud.
She holds up her fingers, which do not match the gentle old man fingers, and like the crispy, crinkly fingers stretch along your face far longer than is seen.
I have no doubt you will make me very, very proud.
Thank you. I kind of lean into her touch.
I knew there was a good reason I kept you around.
Of course. You know you're wise enough to see potential where it is.
And potential for a lovely woman.
Meredith just smiles. That face smile kind of comes back. A little too wide again.
Also, I love the new look.
She says, clearly seeing through your glamour.
I haven't seen it in person, but I felt the energy shift.
Yes, it's I think it gives what it needs to do.
Do you feel a bit fuller in any parts of the body?
She does. It just does. She says, I do.
And your hair.
And she like stretches out.
Lovely. Bigger, I like.
Because
Have you
that
tried
does-
that gown on yet?
Not yet, Mother. I'm going to wear it when I go. I want to make an appearance with that.
Yes. Oh, and an appearance you shall be in it.
Oh, by the way, I did want to give you a little tidbit with this covenant business.
Oh, yes.
Let me guess, arguing.
Constantly. I don't
It's-
understand it.
It's very, very normal for a newly created coven. Very common. Communication.
Is there a way
and
to shut that off?
toughness. Well, say that again.
Is there a way to just shut all that off?
You know there is, but we try not to go that route. We try to force people into more of an open layer of communication and relationship. So we try to coach people to get along with their coven members first, and then we give you the tools to block each other out.
Should I not be listening?
Oh my god. There he goes again.
She puts her crinkly fingers on your shoulder in a sympathizing but like a tough through it kind of mother vibe.
You will get through this, and you'll be stronger for it.
Yes. You're right. As always.
I am, aren't I? And now, you get to be right all the time, too.
I will. A lot of responsibility on that part. But
Eh,
I think I'll probably be the most right out of those three. With the three, anyway.
I think so. Well, this has been a lovely chat. I did want to check on you, and I felt your presence leave the castle, so I'll let you get to it with the queen. You will have to tell me more about that later.
I will.
She kind of hobbles off, and there's a random building that you swear wasn't there the moment before. And like she opens the door and there's a ruckus amount of laughter. She steps inside. Door shuts.
Seeing that puts a mental note in Meredith to set something. Add more errands to the list. But she does it to go see the queen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're admitted in. You make your way up. You're a little bit late to dinner. Just between the walking and whatnot. But you do make your way over. And the queen is just like staring at you. Kind of deadpanned.
Yeah. Lateness. I will bow. Sorry, Your Majesty, there was a situation.
Mm-hmm. Understood. Things happen. Take a seat. We have some lovely crawfish this evening.
Meredith sits down. She looks at the crawfish. I feel like she still has a hard time opening them. So she kind of does just crack, just smashes it in her hand.
Are you glamoring right now or not glamoring?
Who's in the room? Because she was glamored.
She was glamored. There are two guards kind of sitting on opposite sides of the queen. Or standing, rather.
Are these the same trusted? I can't see through her eyes. I just know her mind, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind then.
And I will say to the queen, which phone would you prefer, my queen?
Well, I prefer the honest one.
Then the honest you shall get. And I will drop glamour.
She nods politely. And kind of nods. One of the servants kind of enters the room and prepares some plates for you, sets them before you, and there are a number of tools you can use to crack the crawfish should you need.
She's not.
The queen delicately and precisely, takes the meat out. There's nothing like a messy meal to get to know each other.
You asked for honest. There's no point of trying to get through these things and with this. And she kind of takes one of the tools and just sits it back down and decides to just kind of cracking the crawfish like a peanut, just in her hands.
I appreciate your different approach. Perhaps it's how you all eat your crawfish. from back home?
I don't think we had crawfish.
Hmm. So it is a new meal for you. Tell me, is there something perhaps that reminds you of home? A little bit more familiar.
What will she eat? What was she raised on?
Twigs and berries.
Do you
I was
have
thinking
roasted crickets?
I was thinking crickets. I'm not gonna lie. Cricket legs.
Cricket legs.
It's a little treat. If roasted correctly, gives a nice juicy touch.
We shall do our best, so I'm sure that our standards will not meet yours. We can try something new. Send one of the servant boys to grab some crickets for dessert. Gives them 40 minutes.
And I is just kind of watching her. Does it seem like she's a little bit confused, or more of like she's back into the?
She's fucking confused as hell. Like it's kind of obvious, yeah. Oh, I think you muted yourself.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Yeah, she's definitely so confused. I'm not gonna touch on that.
Okay. The servant goes off, and you hear some like young boys going, "What? Grab crickets?" And the other one's like, "I'm so excited!" But and some pitter patter of small little feet.
I would bring up. Meredith does speak up and says, "My queen, about our deal specifically, you did wanted to know more about what's going on in the courts."
Indeed, I did. Information, and perhaps she raises her glass. A woman of power within.
Yes.
I'm always looking to create favorable unions.
Any specific court? Because I'm going to make my allegiance with another. I'm not sure how you feel about it.
Well, I think either court will be an advantage to have as an ally. I think I'll trust your judgment. I know very little about the Fae, just that they conned themselves out of, well, our land years ago.
If you did mention that there was some form of deal making centuries ago, how the Fae is able to rule more in the strong.
Hmm.
Was that one of your answers specifically?
Yeah, it was indeed. My husband was my consort, and it was indeed my land that the mistake came from. As there was a young dryad who captures the heart of a young prince, and unbeknownst to him, she had wove her way into his life, and had persuaded him to grant a degree of independence to the city, so that she could live as she did back home. she was homesick, as the tale goes. It was over a century ago. And over the years, it has grown increasingly independent, gaining leverage from a number of different powers that, again, we know very little of. Just that they are there instead of ours.
And does that really bother you? The lack
Normally
of
not
control?
so. Normally not so. But in the case of fighting against Avalon, which has a history of military excellence, we never need every upper hand we can grab. I have been at peace for most of my rulership, letting them do as they will. But, well, when the time calls for action, what can I do but try to leverage every angle to ensure the success of my kingdom?
Understood. I'm not quite sure. Well, I've only been traveling with this group for only a few weeks at most. But Lucian and your daughter, they seem to be close. Already you seem to... How did that come about?
Well, Lucian had shown up after a night of, I believe, drinking. Don't quite recall the details, just that my guards had detained him, and I was interested in why he was there. I'm gonna call DM blanking moment. How did that all happen?
She kidnapped me, dude.
Oh,
Oh
this
my
is the story she would give. Story she would give.
Yeah, alright, I'm like, no, alright, I'm hearing this, and Meredith, I'm just like, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
I had to fight Breck because I wouldn't eat the damn food that poisoned everybody to go to sleep, and I was the only one left.
No, she heard I was alive and in
Everything's
town,
wrong.
and she hired Breck to kidnap me.
And he
And-
had like Lucian slug over his shoulder, and I couldn't beat his ass.
And it was freaking Stockholm syndrome, you know? It was freaking
just hearing
Stockholm
Lucian
syndrome.
going
I lost
crazy in my
proficiency
mind.
with crossbows over this, okay?
August is getting like secondary frustration.
No,
He's not
yeah,
even in
no.
the telepathic
like,
loop, but she's like,
I will be like standing up and like saying this out loud, and she'll just be like, "Oh, I know what you're talking about."
and then Brett killed me later. So
yeah.
he was the one who killed me.
No, Cal, I honestly thought you were having her tell a lie, and I was like,
That is the lie she would tell, though. That's the
yeah,
lie
it's
she would tell. Yeah.
It's absolutely worked
So,
narratively.
yeah, it completely
I was
works,
like,
actually.
Meredith is trying to keep a
You
calm
poisoned
composure,
everyone.
and she's just looking and just like, okay, like listening. As she
me. She's lying.
But, yes, so he was detained for a short while, and I showed interest, and gave him a much nicer accommodations. I visited to perhaps see where his skills were. By the way, he's terrible with crossbows. I don't know why the Baron didn't teach his children how to use crossbows, but dreadful. And wanted him to meet my daughter. I had seen then that it would be a favorable union. He has a force loyal to him in Calvin, and it would give us sort of an anchor within Avalon. However, I did not suspect that war would be waged this early on. Something I suspect the Baron did with a number of his spies, once they figured out that Lucian and Elenara were visiting.
Meredith, as he went on about it, Meredith will laugh.
It
My
is
queen.
quite a funny story when you think about it.
I'm sure it is.
My queen, I entered a deal with you. Whatever happened, there's no judgment on that part. I like to have the full story.
Well, I should hope not. It is not your job to judge a queen.
No. But I like to be honest, as you requested of me. I like to have some equal ground. And besides, he's marrying your daughter. It still works for you.
Duly noted. She snaps a crawfish.
Mm-hmm. I kind of watch her, and I'm just
Cleanly.
eating.
Cleanly puts the food inside. Did you have any other means of officiality you would like to discuss?
She thinks for a moment. No.
You know, I was noticing something a short while ago. I believe I may have conducted myself inappropriately when I visited you. I apologize if I caused you any discomfort.
No discomfort on my part. I was more so surprised. I'm not often. Again, most people would rather not see this. More so nervous about that.
Well, I was taught to see the beauty in all forms. And I believe that.
That's most kind of you.
I think it more wise than kind. If you see everything as beautiful, then you are not swayed. Nothing surprises you so much. Except for you. And that is a very new experience for me. Not one I've had in, I dare say, over 2 decades.
I thought it was interesting as well. Honestly, the first person to ever think about that way about me was only one other person, and unfortunately, he's no longer there.
It appears both of us have lost one whom we cared deeply for.
And I kind of like take my glass and kind of hold it up in acknowledgement.
She raises it up. You know, it was very interesting. I actually, I'd gone into the room, with a degree of, shall we say, arcane influence. I am aware that some Fae are very tricky and that they charm individuals. And I had visited my court mage, Magnus, to, well, temporarily relieve me of any information or capacity for brash action. At least within our understanding. And I was quite surprised to leave feeling very uncharmed by magical means. It makes me feel as though I can trust you a bit more in our future dealings.
I'm glad you say that, Your Highness. And I'm insight checking her.
Yeah, go for it.
17, because I was like, wait, where'd that natural 20 come from? 17.
You think she's telling the truth? She's really fucking hard to read.
Yeah.
But like leaning towards maybe, yeah, she seems to be telling the truth. Yeah, it's certainly a possibility of based off of what you can tell.
Need to stay away from the chat because these
Perhaps perhaps we could conclude this evening with a walk in the courtyard. I would love to hear about. I would love to hear about your history. It has been a while since I've met someone who understands losing someone.
That would be most pleasant.
I'll whisper, "No, don't you do it. Don't do it. I do not condone this action. No."
You hear the nursery rhyme again.
Gosh dang it. Nursery rhyme.
Little Miss Muppet mangled her puppets that turned into real little boys.
I know you can hear me. Do not go in the garden.
I'm going in that garden.
Innuendo intended. So I think we'll shift over. This is a great break point. And we'll check back in a little bit. We'll see you all shortly. one. And we're back.
Welcome back, everyone. We have.
So
Let's just continue. I'm not going to talk about what happened.
let's just shift back over to, I think, August and Lucian. You guys were arguing for a long time.
We more started reminiscing because
Yes.
Lucian is now having all this stuff kind of fall on him, and he kind of started decompressing a little bit, while Eleanor is regaining herself. So.
Okay.
There's just so much happening. It doesn't seem like I'm ever going to be at peace. But what am I talking about? You should probably sleep. You probably don't have any blood in you at this point. You're mostly alcohol.
Is this what you want, Lucian?
What? My life?
Eleanor, being alive. This marriage, the war, being the Duke.
Yes. I think so. Doesn't mean it's not hard.
I mean, if that's what you want, I'll be here for you. Just checking in.
I appreciate it. I think we need to learn more about the Queen.
Honestly, I'm kind of thinking, whoever said it earlier, just take Eleanor and get away for a little bit. Just take some time to think. Right?
Wow. You have to think of the implications. If we just ran away for a moment, the political scandal.
But no,
especially on the brink of war.
Earlier you had a good idea. I think it was you. You know, ask if she could come on our diplomatic mission. And just give us a little more time. I don't think that can hurt to have more time. Think about things.
Or, I mean, the other thing we could do. Sorry, what was the name of the city we're going to?
Strawn?
Strawn?
Yeah.
Straw? Astra or Strawn?
It's got an L in it, but it's
Lestron, right.
There's a weird accent to it.
Lestron, right? Is
that yes.
Okay. Well, the other thing is, we could ask her to come with us, but there hasn't been a public announcement of engagement yet, which was planned on sometime this week before we left. What we could do, I guess, we could expedite it and then have a honeymoon there in Lestron.
That early? Sorry, it just seems quick. Oh, you don't want a honeymoon in Lestron anyways.
I don't think. I mean,
no one would think it's amiss if you take your fiance on a diplomatic mission. Especially because you are representing Camelot.
Well,
it would be if I took her, it would be more her representing Camelot and not me. But it's the queen requesting me to do so. Just because she outranks me. Right? I mean, it's still a good idea, I guess.
You're the one who came up with it. I'm just trying to make your idea make sense.
Is Elenara still meditating? Is she cognitive of everything that's happening and choosing not to say anything?
You look over her direction. She's just chilling. Her eyes are closed. She's trancing.
Wait, trancing? Like elf trancing, or
No, just I'm using a generic
right?
word. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. If you recall, she is a monk of the astral, like the way of the astral self.
Yeah, she beat the crap out of me.
So
I don't know what to do. You tell me what to do, and I will help.
I don't want just like my first suggestion to be what we go with.
That's fine. I'm trying to take what you're saying and make it work. Just tell me what to do.
I think we should ask Ella to take Elenara with us.
Okay. And that's what we'll do. We'll ask if she can come with us to Lestron and deal with it from there.
I just don't want, I hope she's okay with roughing it a bit. And I'll glance over at her to see if she heard that. It's the freaking
no
question.
reaction.
Okay, she's not. Okay.
Why would we need to rough it a bit if we're like the Queen's envoys?
Do we want to draw attention to ourselves?
I would think so, right? More important.
I mean,
You're important. And Elenara would be.
We're important, but if we're supposed to, if this is going to be, we're trying to convince them, don't we have to have some sort of behind the scenes, figure out what's going on in case there's something a little more sketchy? Like the whole prison thing with the ghost.
I don't know, Lucian. Tell me how you want to do it, and we'll do it that way.
I don't even know how to approach the Lestron. I know nothing about the thing save what you've told me, so you're more of an expert than I am. And
But I was here for a couple weeks.
Since when am I the political expert of talking to people?
You're the Duke. You had to have been trained somehow.
I mean, I can talk and put up a face in front
Perfect.
of authority.
That's what
In
you're
front of
supposed
authority.
to do.
Like, am I supposed to lower myself to anyone else, or is it at some point am I supposed to stand up and be, oh, I'm the intimidating one? Because, like,
Weren't you taught when you were supposed to do things?
no, yes and no. Like, I don't, the whole intimidation part of the thing, at what point you just say, no, you're not worth my time, stop talking, go away.
It's worked for the Baron. Just do what you were taught.
I can. The only other thing is, there's some teachings in there that I don't want to default on. I don't want to become the Baron.
It's just a diplomatic mission. There have to be some good lessons in there. You've learned something useful.
I guess.
You'll use whatever useful lessons you've learned and you do that.
Fine, yes, let's... We're supposed to leave in a week. There's supposed to be some sort of announce in a formal engagement that I have to determine, I guess. It was hinted at, the public doesn't specifically know, everyone in the palace knows that we're engaged, but we have to do a public announcement where I present some sort of something, jewelry or something to Elenara.
So you've got to propose publicly?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not really good at that. I mean, public is fine, it's just the whole... This is a different social circumstance that I'm not familiar with. I never did any of the courting thing when it... You did it more than I did. I know you probably didn't like it. Well, I know now, I guess.
Oh, so you thought when I liked men, I still liked that?
I don't... That's how they behaved, and that was proper court procedure, so you probably know more about it. Is it supposed to be... I don't know. How does one properly announce an engagement publicly?
I don't know.
What do I even have? I don't... I don't want to give her one of these, and I'll point my earring. Because this is different. It's not for...
Well,
What?
in any other situation, I would tell you to speak to her mother and see if there are any sort of heirlooms or something that you can get made into a ring. You know, possibly from her family, since we don't really have anything from ours. At least I don't. I don't know if you inherited anything worthwhile.
At this point, you hear a knock on the door. Thunk, thunk, thunk.
What? Who is it?
You hear the familiar voice of Raphael the butler behind it. It appears there is a gift for Lucian. It was carried by a number of refugees who we have since absolved an issue at the tower.
We don't care.
Hold on.
Leave it at the door if you want, but go away.
Is there a note or a message with it?
Only that it came from an elegant stride.
My eyes are gonna light up, and I'm gonna like look excitedly at August. Do you hear that? I'm gonna scamper to the door like a boy on Christmas. Scamper. I'll open the door.
Okay. Raphael looks to you.
Real quick, was Raphael one of the members present when I was announced to the Queen as a vampire?
I'm gonna say yes.
Great. Cool, so he's sworn to secrecy. Great.
Mhm.
Awesome. Thank you, Raphael. And
of course.
As per our previous discussion with the Queen, I am a bit thirsty.
Understood.
If you could bring me something later, that would be fantastic.
You can see like the relief leave his eyes.
No,
He's
no,
like,
no,
he's
and
like,
I'm like, no,
you
I
get
don't.
like the I'm an old person. Like I've not got a lot of blood as it is. My iron's low. Like,
I'm gonna say, preferably something in a pitcher.
very
Not.
very fresh then.
What did you just say?
Very fresh then.
Yes, freshly put in the pitcher, and I'm not being metaphorically. Please give it to me in a pitcher.
Understood.
Thank you.
Um,
And I'll take the package, I guess.
yeah. He offers it up to you. It is a wooden lockbox. It's only maybe like 5 by 5 inches. It's almost nearly perfectly cubic. And it has like a really ornate lock on the front. And you being aware of magic can like see magic written into it.
It's a box. I'll lock the door. I'll go sit down with the box. Is there like the lock? Is it like their symbol on it or something? Like there's no note with it?
Not on the outside. Make an Arcana check if you're looking it over.
Yeah, Arcana check. 5.
5. Okay.
I'm too excited.
Yeah. Also, can I have actually never mind. Continue.
A house roll? Sure, I'll give you a house roll. It's a 4.
Okay. As you were.
Is there a divot in it or something like that?
Yeah, there's a few kind of divots around it.
I'm gonna push my family ring into the divot.
You push it in. How long do you hold it there?
We keep holding it there.
Okay.
And just
You hold it
stare
there.
at it and will it to open. Just think about it opening
And then all of a sudden, these like lights show up around it, spreading out over the chest a little bit, and they kind of hover around the place where the hinges are and spiral around to the front. It clicks.
Oh my gosh, it actually worked. Okay. For a solid about 5 minutes, just in the Coven chat, all you heard was the word open coming from Lucian on repeat. I opened the box.
Okay. Inside, you see a small velvet box. Nothing super intense, and there is a little bit of a note on top of it, folded.
I'll unfold this note.
Written in a scrawl that is pretty signature to Calvin, and you knowing Algon's handwriting, it's relatively straightforward. Let me find the note here. Oh, pardon me. It's not in Algon's handwriting. Where is it? Back. This is annoying. Oh, that's the wrong. There we go. I was like, where did it go? Okay, no, I lost it again. Wait. Hold on. This is actually really... Oh, here it is. Wow, why did that take so long to find? At the top it says, my son, this was your mother's wedding ring. It's been passed from generations, stretching back before the cataclysm. Your mother enchanted it to protect the wearer in her dying days. I don't know the details as I am no expert in magic myself, but it required 2 of her old friends to finish the enchantment. She wore it till the day she died. I'm wearing it now as I write this letter to you, in fact. If you're reading this, my suspicions surrounding my brother's intentions are likely true. His mistress, Mavis Reed, is some otherworldly creature. Augenstride reported that Fey energy accompanies her, and she does not seem the fairy godmother type. Whatever you do, never make a deal with her or my brother. They are bound by the soul, or so I am told by Magnus Flynn. Stride and Flynn each know different pieces of the information. Put the puzzle together. And there is a little bit of a note, just kind of a little bit of thing, explaining that the ring is, just explaining it in meta terms, it's a +3 ring of protection.
Jeez. Okay. But how did he know? That's such a good ring, though. Oh, that's such a good ring. I'll open the box and look at it.
Inside, you see a combination of silver and gold bands woven together in this really ornate, almost bramble-like pattern. At the crown of it, there is what looks to be almost an iridescent. It doesn't make you think of diamonds. It almost it looks more alive. Like there's some sort of like inner light within that governs it. But it is faceted and shines brilliantly all on its own. You realize after a bit, it's not a reflection. It is producing light. It's a big fucking rock.
Hey, August.
Yeah.
It looks like I have an heirloom after all. I'll close the box and I'll toss it over to her. Look at that.
You're muted.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm just not talking loud enough.
Hmm.
I saw it, and I toss it back to him.
Apparently it's my mother's. Apparently refugees brought it here for me? From the marshal?
Looks like your problem is solved.
You sound slightly annoyed.
I'll try not to sound so annoyed next time.
Do you not want me to go through with this?
I don't have any say in your life.
Are you kidding? If anyone has say in my life, it's you.
I think you should do what you want.
This is very similar to the conversation that we had right before the incident at the gala.
I just want to make sure that you're going to be happy with whatever decision you make.
And what if I want you to be happy too?
Conversation is going to go in circles because I'll simply say whatever makes you happy makes me happy.
Really? Well, that seems like a lie. Um. All right, Meredith.
What's the brain chat saying?
The brain chat says, "Shut up and marry the damn girl. You already bit her." Love, Meredith. Love, Meredith was not added.
It was just implied.
It was implied. Yeah. All right, fine. I'm gonna do this, but I'm going to find a way for you to be satisfied. I don't want some disapproving, think I'm doing it wrong, looking over my shoulder the whole time.
Not disapproving.
All right, annoyed with me?
It's just I don't really have anyone else, Lucian. So once you run off and get married, I don't have anyone. I just got you back. I just came back.
I'm not saying I'm gonna kick you out or something.
You know, the deadbeat sister hanging around, nobody. It's not something that married couples want.
Well, we won't be the most classic of married couples, will we?
Well, you're certainly going to outlive me now, so.
Yeah, so I can use it as
Thanks.
justification for you having you around all the time. Because my time is limited with you. In my head, I say, Meredith, shut up.
It's fine. I just.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't Meredith, that was Cal.
But she still said
Sorry.
it was Kyle speaking through Meredith.
Yeah, so it was Dorian who said it. Shut up, Dorian.
There.
Also, don't talk about your sister that way.
Fine. I just didn't expect it to happen so soon. That's all.
I didn't either.
So it's just I just need an adjustment period, so I'll come to terms with it.
It's fine and all. I just don't want. I just want you to know I'm not leaving you high and dry here. I'm not kicking you out of my life. I want you around.
Oh, it's fine. So far, as snarky as she is, I kind of like Eleonora. She's kind of a bitch, but I appreciate that.
As she's over in the corner meditating.
She is. She's been acting like she doesn't understand what we're saying, so I'm just assuming. So
Well-
it's not that I have a problem with Eleonora or anything else. I just hadn't prepared for this inevitability yet. I don't want you to not move on with your life.
Or my death.
Whatever, you're already dead.
You never know. With this
freaks me
whole-
out too, but I thought everyone was dead. Then I have you and Dorian, and then I don't have you. It's just a little hard for me. And I'm not trying to do anything to keep you from this. I don't think there's anything, well, except for what just happened, detrimental about you and Eleonora. Not disapproving at all. I just quite ready for it. I mean, you are my little brother, technically. Or not my brother at all, technically, but, I feel like you're my little brother. Just came on kind of fast. That's all.
Everyone's dead, and now we have a couple people back together, and life is happening fast.
You, me, and Dorian, and I hadn't adjusted.
Okay.
I need some fresh air, but after that, if you need any help or anything, I'll do my best.
You're gonna leave me alone with the princess in your room? By ourselves?
Has anyone really been keeping track of who's in here?
I don't really know how the castle works.
Fine, I have to sit in here.
No, it's fine.
Let me sit in quiet.
It's going to be fine. Go ahead and get some fresh air, take a walk. I've got room service coming.
Yeah, I don't really want to be a part of any more of what room service you might have.
I literally ordered it in a pitcher, so I'm going to be drinking
Yeah,
out
I
of a
know,
glass.
and I'm still adjusting. I came back to life this morning and found out you were a vampire at basically the same time. And I know, it's not been easy for you to cope, but it's freaking me out a little, quite frankly.
That's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Go out, get some fresh air, breathe a little bit. I can send Dorian your way if you want to chat with him.
No, God, no, I do not want to speak to Dorian right now. It's a little bit too much.
Understood.
And
I will tell Dorian this.
Okay.
Also, I tell him, quit being a whiny little person. Hope you're over your tantrum. By the way, August needs some space. Leave her alone.
and I'm going to
Love
leave.
Meredith. All right. Cool.
August, what were you gonna do?
Leaving.
Okay.
Then-
Probably out of the castle.
All right.
and run into Lynn.
Ugh.
August
I
gets
sure
out of the
do.
castle. Lucian, Eleonora kind of comes over to you, and you guys have a bit more of a chat. We'll shoot over to Meredith again with the queen. You follow her to the courtyard. It's getting closer to like 8, 9. It's later evening for everyone.
Okay. Meredith
Oh.
kind of stays a little quiet. No. What do you gotta say, Lucian?
No, I just was reminded that you were going to the courtyard, and I say, if you want to, I'd like to say to August on our way out, if you want a breath of fresh air, I heard the courtyard's pretty nice.
Why are you cop blocking? How dare you?
I had a lovely time with Eleonora there earlier in the day. Just so you know, August. You should totally go to the courtyard. Alright, continue, please.
I'm gonna kill this shit. But Meredith will Meredith will kind of stay quiet and kind of just enjoy the air, but she does walk with the queen.
Okay. The queen will. Yeah. Go ahead.
I feel like when she goes outside, how secure is the courtyard actually?
I mean, you would imagine it would be fairly secure. Do you just want to make like a perception check or investigation or something
Yeah,
to like kind of get
perception.
who's making
Like
rounds?
who's around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
11. I'm getting confused with the Lucian
You
in
saw
my
like
head.
yeah, you saw like 2 or 3 on the way out, but there are
Okay.
some guards here.
All right. Meredith will kind of have a blending of glamour.
Mm-hmm.
Still shows like her hair and the crown of thorn and bone, but clothes wise, she's matching the queen.
Okay, cool. The two of you go out, and as you kind of don your glamour, she says, "I suppose it is a smart move to make. Can't say I like it that much more, though."
You still have to keep up appearances.
Fair enough. You know, my husband, before he died, was a very wise man. But, you know, we fall for those who are truly magnificent. I reckon yours was the same.
He was. He was. He was human, simple, but he was actually from here. Honestly, he was kind, funny, made me laugh. Even when things were dire and he could be bleeding out on the ground, he would still find a reason to laugh.
So interesting hearing this side of the story. Oftentimes, my fairy tales were about the Fae taking away humans. Humans falling desperately in love and it not being requited, but I can tell by the way you talk about him, you felt just as strongly, if not more so.
I did. He had my heart for a very long time.
How long has it been?
Almost close now. Almost close to 5 years.
And how do you feel as though you've processed it?
Well, I could have done worse things. I keep him close. I have his memories and have his love.
She looks down at her hand. You can see she is wearing a wedding band on it. Says, keep mine close as well. Did you all ever have a ceremony?
No, unfortunately. He he died before we actually took this. But we had planned. We were betrothed, and he returned for one last mission. Before then,
What is it you have left of him?
I have his ring. Unfortunately, it was stolen, but I'm in the process of getting that back.
She grabs your hand in hers firmly and says, What can we do to help?
I give her a soft smile. It will be returned. I handled it in my own way, and the person, well, he's on it.
Understood. You are resourceful, you Faye.
Yes. We have to be.
Or so I'm told.
She goes over to this fountain. It's kind of circular, and it's got what looks like a seraph with a sword kind of at the top of it. The wings are flared out magnificently in kind of this great bending stroke. And she kind of goes over to like one side, almost nestling in the kind of the magnific crevice of the left side, and gestures for you to be on the right.
Merida will come and sit.
I've been thinking a lot about what it is I'm asking you to do. And I am no stranger to the fact that the Fae can be dangerous, even if I don't understand to what extent. And she kind of thumbs her hand. She says, and yet there's this feeling, dreadful and fear-inducing, that something will happen to you.
Meredith will narrow her eyes for a bit, and she will kind of turn her direction away from the queen. Maybe, but honestly, if you didn't ask me to do it, I still would have been walking into the courts. I have my own reasons for being there.
Then I think it's of double importance that I make known my feelings. And you hear the rustle of her battle skirt without you looking her direction.
Meredith will look.
She is kneeling and has taken off the ring and is holding it up to you. I think the union between a powerful fae and a queen is one for the centuries.
Meredith is actually very fucking surprised. She hears Lucian going nuts in her mind. And Meredith will want to insight check her.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, fucking go for it.
21.
21. She's really fucking hard to read.
Oh boy. Is he trying to trap me?
I will say there is a burning desire behind her eyes. That though flavored differently, you've only seen that kind of stare when like Gethel gets really malicious and like she's in like the prime of her joy. You know what I mean? It's different because it's a different person, but like this level of emotion is not normal for non-fae.
Do I get the sense that I may have done something wrong in my oh dang. I probably enchanted too strong, man. Meredith will look into Camilleo's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Meredith will take the queen's hand. And she will look around though. Who's around?
There's like 3 or 4 guards that you can see obviously around. They're like you can see like completely helmet shifted. You can see like one of them is like completely like head cocked to the side like what the fuck? The other ones are kind of like their heads are like slightly shift like if they're facing this directions they're like slightly shifted over like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Okay. Meredith will look at her, take her hand, and she will bring the queen's hand to her lips and she will place a kiss upon it.
Okay, what do you do with the ring?
I close it in her hands. I just wrap it in her hands and say, "My queen, a queen does not kneel. This is a different form of a pact that must not be rushed. Time must build.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh god, I'm still not good at persuasion. Yeah, not good.
You can take
7.
this at advantage though.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you advantage.
Okay, 15. Better than a 7. I
Yeah.
would say better than a fucking 7.
She looks up at you. So there's hope.
Hope. Foundations must be more built. Must be stronger.
She gets up from the kneeling position and takes the ring in her palm and just puts her knuckles on her forehead. When she opens back up to you, you can see like a tear has started streaming down one side, and she's like, "I'm
Away.
sorry, I don't know why. I am so very not a word of any of this to anyone." Like she points at all the guards around and even to some corners where you can't see anyone. Says, this is very unlike me. I apologize for bothering you.
I keep hold of the queen's hands. It's gentle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just wipe away the tear. And as I do that, oh boy. As I do that, I will just kind of whisper, yeah, I will whisper, don't forgive me, my queen.
I'm being as though I am some fucking foolish schoolgirl. I fully recognize in my intellect that this is so far-sighted. I haven't felt anything like this in a very long time.
Meredith kind of looks at her. I probably did fuck up. Oh. Meredith definitely do want to see.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to get the sense, she wants to do an Arcana check. Basically.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Was this me or was it someone else fucking with me? 14.
14. You know what? Do you have? I kind of want to hear if you have any spells or any sort of magical effect that you want to expand upon, kind of twist and warp to your means. You know what I mean?
Okay, I want to see if I can do usually with my hex, I would say usually with my hex, it's more of placing the curse on someone. But I kind of want to see if there's anything linked. I want to give a sense, feel if it's any type of the same kind of hex, that same kind of malicious curse.
Yeah.
Is it something else along with that.
I'm gonna say you expend a spell slot, and I'm gonna say you need to make physical contact with her
Okay.
in order to do so.
I do. I kind of like, as she's looking at me, I'm going to like kind of place my hand against her cheek and kind of like focus her gaze on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like just, you see my shadow
Mm-hmm.
kind of expands and kind of very gently intermingles with hers, almost as if it's basically examining her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Going
absolutely.
through her hair, kind of running their hands along her face. Gentle,
Mm-hmm.
nothing malicious, but observing and examining.
Yeah, absolutely. You hold your hand up to her cheek, and I mean, it's almost like touching electricity, and it surges and it pulses across your hand through your body, and you find yourself unable to move your arm. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, I don't have advantage. 5.
5. It spreads through your body. You feel your jaw clench, your face go numb. Your entire body is as if it isn't there, and then black. Nothing.
I knew it.
I thought I saw something very stupid. And you see this face lighten up. And it is the pale black
No.
and scarlet red hair down to the waist. And you can see this pale skin marred by a number of scars, twisted, like only the most grotesque of hags. And she, very much like your mother, crosses her fingers. It's so good to finally meet you. And she walks around you, your body still. The progeny of my old mentor. How was your first Fey form? Did you like it?
I tried to speak.
You can speak.
You fucking bitch.
Oh, I only magnified what was already there. How miserable would it be for the queen to wake thinking you had charmed her into trying to marry her? Oh, disastrous. The scandal. And yet, how torn she must feel, because she does feel something for you. And she takes her fingers, grotesque and maligned, very unlike Gethel's, who sometimes have a bit of tenderness. They like scrape across your cheek. Ah, so sweet. Revenge.
Ooh, this bitch.
How is your husband?
Oh no, she didn't.
I bet you would kill to know exactly what happened to him, when you. Maybe another time.
How's yours?
He's doing quite well. Thank you for asking.
Not for long.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, is your little triad? Oh, I hear it's a quartet. A full ensemble you have for you. I assume Dorian's tenor. How are they, by the way? Let's check. And she goes over and like waves her hand, and like slowly a part of the room she's in becomes available to you. She's in this warm study, and she's looking over what looks to be kind of a glass crystal, and in it you see, turned to one side, an image of August kind of strolling about the night, turns it again, sees Lucian speaking with Elenara, and eventually going to sleep. We'll get to that later. And she plays all this out for you and says, if you want, I could show what happened to your husband. I would like to see the terror on your face. It would be so delicious.
I am going as she's going through this. I cannot move, but I am going. It's pitch black in here, correct? It's just her.
Yep, it's pitch black. You are seeing almost like the corner of a study that she's in with this crystal. But everything else
Is there
is black
any
around
light?
it.
Like the crystal is showing light?
Yeah, the crystal is glimmering from the inside. There's like candles in the study, like two or three.
I am going to do. Let's see if this will work. Do I see her shadow?
Yes.
I see it. And I am going to drop the entire glamour, and my entire archfey form is going to appear.
Okay.
And I'm going to use one of my hand of powers. I'm going to use the overshadowing. And I'm going to try to control her. I'm going to try to wrestle her shadow away from her.
Okay. What role do I need for that?
So
Athletics?
I think
Is that what it would be? As though you're attacking from the shadow?
Charisma save.
Yeah, charisma saving throw.
Natural 8 for like a 14 or 13.
14, 13?
Yeah.
Okay, so because DC is 8 plus your proficiency, so that's 10 plus your spellcasting modifier, right? Oh wait, no, it's not plus 2.
It's
16.
Yeah, 16. So yeah, she fails.
Wait, not 16. Sorry. Plus 3 is.
She's one of the lesser charismatic fae.
Is it 14? So that's 6. Yes, 8 plus 6 is 14.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, she fails.
All right. And I am going to have her shadow basically kind of wrap up and try to choke her. My eyes glow, turn completely red. My thorns begin to move around my crown. The bones begin to cast a shadow. You will not harm them anymore.
What are you going to do about it? She succeeds her first concentration save.
I'm going to take your husband. I'm going to make sure his blood forms nothing, just scatters to the wind. Your fucking neck will be a decoration upon my mantle. And I keep squeezing.
Liar.
I'm going to take your hands for what you did to my mother. You think you're stronger than me. I will show you a true progeny. And I just keep squeezing.
She fails her second concentration save with a natural 5. You continue to choke her, and she just like lets out these rasping laughs. What are you going to do about it? Tell me more.
Can I move now?
Yeah, you can move. That's what the spell was holding. But before you do anything, we're gonna shift scene.
Right?
Lucian.
No one hurts my coven.
Lucian.
I
What are you
imagine.
talk with Eleonora? What do you imagine that talk kind of goes like? Because we are getting close to the end of session time.
It's mostly gonna be discussion about her mother, because
Mhm.
she's like, obviously you don't know my mother because she's not gonna kill you. So
Mhm.
that was kind of the question. We need to talk about what her mother would actually do, and also the possibility of actually hanging out in her room tonight.
Mhm.
That's also a thing still on the table.
Um.
But I also have a coven thing going on in my head, so, but, you know.
You begin talking for a bit, and the conversation goes pretty well. Basically, she says like she is aware that her mother made an alliance with some vampires at some point. Like
What?
she talks about how she actually worked with vampires in the Aldous Rebellion. Like the forces that the Queen was behind supporting were actually vampires fighting.
The Baron.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Alright.
she's actually like not anti-vampire whatsoever.
She be pro vamp.
Pretty much pro vamp. Very
She
pro
pro
vamp.
vamp. She pro vamp.
After the conversation, she's sobered up very easily. The meditation she comes back from, like basically like nothing had ever affected her. And it does invite you to her bed.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
I have a stress beacon from my coven, right?
You actually don't.
I don't. Oh, everything's good and dandy.
You go
then.
through the night.
I'm gonna go get some silk pajamas on.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have a slumber party because everyone knows it's how it works. Nothing
Mhm.
happens.
And we're fast tracking this to the
We're
end.
gonna fade to
but-
black because
fade to
we all
black.
know what's happening.
And August, what are you up to?
Getting my ass out of the castle.
Mhm.
And I think I'm going to head to probably the only other place I really know, which is that inn that doesn't really have a name. It's
Mhm.
something like
Oaklings or it's like
the sign
like,
was
yeah,
faded.
yeah,
August
yeah,
knows
yeah,
it says
yeah.
Oak something,
The rough
and
part of town.
it's not pumped full of happy gas
Mhm.
because the last thing she wants right now is happy gas.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So she's heading there, even though she knows she almost got like arrested and killed last time.
Mhm. You head in and immediately like the bartender is like, what can I get for you? What drinks are you kind of ordering?
Cheap and strong. I don't care if it tastes like rubbing alcohol.
Okay. He gets right behind the bar, pours you a strong fucking glass of like some foul smelling alcohol, like
Perfect.
piss smelling, like
Mhm.
gross, strong, condensed. And it gets you absolutely fucked over.
Okay.
Partway through the night, people start to recognize you. And why don't you give me just a general, give me a check to see how well the night goes for you. You can
What
pick like,
kind
it could be like a
check?
performance or a persuasion, some social check, a social check of your choice. People start recognizing you, and you can either swing it in a way of like street cred, or you can like scare them into like never talking to you again. You can try to bed someone.
I'm gonna kiss someone. Calm down.
You
I'm not
can
Lucian.
try to kiss someone.
Absolutely not. What
I'm
would I
not
do?
Lucian, excuse me. Okay.
You just got kissed and then went to bed with somebody in like the same hour.
Yeah,
I
that's
was,
how that happens.
that was like your first kiss
Everyone,
ever.
yeah, I'm really good at the game.
Okay. I also have like 3 hit points at this point, and I'm just like, whatever. I think I'll be angry drunk. Oh my god, 22? Who did that? 22?
22. Okay, so intimidation, is that kind of the route you're going?
Yeah, I really did not expect that roll to go that well.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I was kind of hoping it wouldn't go that well, but you know, it's fine.
People shy away from you. You talk about getting a room, and the bartender doesn't even charge you. Like, you're granted a room free of cost. It's like in the corner away from everybody else. It's quiet. It's a window room. And then like everybody just like starts whispering about you, and you get a little bit of street cred going your way. People like, this bitch is really tough and cool. And I want you to roll a house roll.
Okay. 6?
6. Okay. Is there anything else you do before you go to sleep?
I wasn't super planning on sleeping.
Oh, okay. So you just get the
I
room?
was planning on. No, I wasn't even really planning on the room, but if he's giving it to me for free, I probably still won't go in it. But I planned on drinking myself into a stupor.
Okay. All right.
Basically.
So you drink yourself.
I want to be pathetically drunk in an alley was my goal for tonight.
Lovely. You will get pathetically drunk. You will end up in an alley, and you will not know what happened to you that night as a result.
Okay.
And that may revisit you some point, which will be
Okay.
fun. Meredith, back to you.
She stops choking.
Mm-hmm.
She stops. And she will bring what's that girl's name? I'm so mad. Mathis read Shadow over to her. Cause as she was choking, she had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Leave the queen alone.
Fine. All you had to do was ask.
And
She waves her fingers.
She feels like she knows what's happening. Meredith knows. And the moment she's like has her body, the electricity is gone. She is going to cast healing word on the queen.
So you don't have sights on the queen right now. You're
Oh, I
still
don't
kind
have
of in this.
sights.
You're still in kind of this weird black space where, like, you know.
Mhm.
She looks at you though. Well, first of all, do you have anything that you do in response to her before you go back?
So I want to get the sense. I am so worried right now that I've been choking the fucking queen. That's what Meredith is thinking. She's like, shit. Could have been, yeah, charming. She was on the queen. She will.
Also, as a side point, Lucian, I need a perception check from you.
Okay.
Um,
17.
Meredith will walk around Navis like she was doing to her earlier.
Okay. Mm-hmm. She looks at you.
What is it that you fucking want?
What is it you think I want?
I kind of like look her up and down. Don't play games with me. I'm not in the mood.
Oh, but I so love games. All your answers are right here. All you need to do is look around. Use those clever deduction skills that you have, since my mentor clearly thought you better than I. Clearly, you can look around the room and figure out what's going on.
I'll keep hold of her shadow. And I kind of know, have I dealt with a type of spell or learned about this type of spell before? Like the sense of, am I in my head? Or is this more of kind of like an illusion kind of?
Give me an Arcana check. Arcana check.
No. 10.
10. Hard to tell.
She's definitely older than me.
You have until midnight, by the way, to figure it out. Figured we go classic.
I am going to look around. Just still keep her shadow hostage. Yeah. Just kind of, you know what I should have done? Too late now. I had advantage on that saving throw. Forgot about it. But she will try to pick apart her surroundings and determine exactly where she is.
Okay, make an investigation check or a check you think is applicable.
Can I use perception?
Yeah.
Click. 17.
17. It takes you a while to look around. But you do eventually spot a number of family crests. A number of knives, all with different crests on them. You kind of look around the room. And then you spot something very familiar. A wooden stake with the crest of the Rhea family on it, which you've seen Lucian have on his signet ring.
Stake.
And it's dripping in blood. It's kind of hidden behind things.
Oh. Kind of use my shadow to bring it over. I won't touch it, but just to look at it, kind of turn it around. Are there any doors?
No, no doors that you can see.
Doors.
Oh, I see you've spotted the first obvious thing.
Your voice is absolutely annoying.
Oh, I know. Why do you think I use it? Check the crystal. And remember, you were the one who told me to leave the queen alone.
I look at the crystal.
You see, Lucian and Elenara covers over each other sleeping. And you see Elenara's eyes flash open. Red. She reaches underneath this bed and pulls out a wooden stake.
I tried to call out for Lucian. I tried to use mental connection. Our mental connection. Tried to connect them.
You try to reach out to Dorian and Lucian, and in this moment you realize, shit, it's not getting through. I need you to make a spell ability check.
Okay. I'll use my wisdom because that's my spell casting for my archfey stuff. No. 11. Not rolling good no more, guys. I'm sorry.
You like feel your voice project against this ethereal wall in your head. Back out. This is not great music. Hold on.
Sound like somebody's about to die.
And
I'm gonna die again, guys.
And it doesn't reach. You watch as Elenara positions the stake over Lucian. Lucian, with your 17 perception, you open your eyes. Elenara's eyes red at you. She's about to plunge the stake into your heart. I need you. You have a reaction. What can you do with a reaction?
What can I do with the reaction? Okay, only thing I can do with the reaction is cast Silvery Barb.
Okay, that actually will help you.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's post it here. Distract creature, causing them to reroll d20 and take the lower, so they give them a disadvantage. And then I choose a creature with range, myself, and have advantage on next attack, ability check, or saving throw within a minute.
She went from a 25 to a 16 to hit.
Well, I'm naked, so I think she hits me. I always wear a breastplate to bed.
Always wear protection.
Let's see. 8, 10, 12 piercing damage.
With a wooden stake,
with
right?
a wooden stake.
So it's half damage, not magical.
Yes, but if she hits one more time successfully, it won't matter. You feel the pressure of her monk training going into the stake as it plunges, breaks the skin into your chest cavity.
Okay. So
do I see Lucian's shadow?
Yes.
Can't. Nope. You don't see my shadow.
Oh no! Yeah, you don't have one.
Have no shadow. Oh no! I can't help you.
So she did 6 damage, but if she stabs me in the same place with the stake again, it doesn't matter. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much health she does. It's a wooden stake.
Okay.
Going into you.
She's on half health, right?
Yes-ish, yeah. Also, Meredith, you can't do anything. Mavis Reed looks to you and goes, "You can go back if you want."
I got this. I think I sorry. Do you.
Can I insight check Mavis Reed?
It's gonna take your action.
Yeah. What is this bitch trying to do to me? How dare you? Insight. Trying to see what is this girl's plan. I got. Oh my god, I'm panicking. Meredith is panicking.
What is it?
A nat 1.
Oh no!
With 7 is.
She just laughs maniacally at you.
Can't. Have nothing metal on me. Fuck. Anything else? Oh yeah, because I used my action. Never mind. That was my action.
Okay. I think we'll leave it there.
What?
It's late.
It's late. You know, I
Alright.
deal with this.
I'm just gonna die. Hey.
And we will see you guys next week.